That's crazy. Okay. Don't forget, the knitting is at 3 tomorrow. Hi, Mimi, Kathy, Jackie Burns, wishing me, Snow Remover, Aurora Rodriguez, Mimi, Nana Patty, Vintage Gal, Captain Lee Fang, Kathy, Moo of 2, Mimi, Cup of Stars, Moo of 2 again, Larky. All right, let me just go into, there's just a couple of the stories that I want to go over. It's this one. Okay, so an off-duty Illinois state trooper reportedly shot his wife before turning the gun on himself, killing them both in what police believe is a murder-suicide. Amanda Callow, 31, and her husband Antonio Alvarez, 30, were found fatally shot in a parked car in Chicago on Monday. A witness first spotted the bodies, which were later identified as the off-duty trooper and his wife, a pre-kindergarten teacher in the Chicago public school system. The teachers' union said the couple leaves behind a 4-year-old boy, Eli, and a 1-year-old girl, Mila. They described her death as a devastating loss. If you knew Amanda, you knew she was an absolute joy to be around. And this statement comes from their GoFundMe campaign, which is intended to help the surviving children. Her smile was infectious, and her unmistakable laugh radiated in every room she walked into. She was loved by many and adored by classmates, friends, and coworkers alike. A motive for the apparent murder-suicide is not yet known. That's just unbelievable. And we have 3 missing teens from Florida that were found in a Michigan motel. A Michigan man was arrested on Wednesday when he was found in a motel with 3 minor girls. The girls, all teenagers, have been reported missing from Florida. Police in Fruitport Township, where the girls were found, took the girls into protective custody, according to the Muskegon County Chief Assistant Prosecutor Tim Matt, who said that two of the parents were en route to Michigan to pick up the girls. En route. The suspect was in his mid-20s. The mother of one of the girls said that her daughter and a friend were seen getting into a car with another girl and a man. The man was a stranger. The suspect could face charges in both Michigan and Florida. The youngest of the girls was 14. There were no allegations of force being used or abduction, but the assistant prosecutor said the girls were all minors, making the man's actions illegal. The names of the victims and the suspect have not been released. So there's 3 girls that were missing, found. Okay. Another sad story here. A grandmother has been detained under the British Mental Health Act after her 5-year-old grandson was pronounced dead on Tuesday. David Mario Lazarica, 5, was found at a home in Earlston, Coventry, with serious injuries. According to the press, that he was pronounced dead at the scene, despite first responders' efforts to save him. An autopsy later revealed that Mario had been stabbed to death. The child's grandmother, identified as 49-year-old Elena Angel, was initially arrested and charged with murder. On Thursday, police announced that Elena had been sectioned, meaning that she was taken to a mental health facility. Elena was reportedly taking care of the child when the incident occurred while his parents were working. A friend confirmed later that the grandmother was the one who had been arrested. The mother was at work when it happened, and the husband was too. She was the last person to see the boy, the friend said. No one can understand how she came to have a knife in her hand. We just don't know why. Mario's parents, Christina and Dorinal, released a statement after his death, calling their son a happy child who loved to sing and dance. He was a very happy boy. He was always smiling from when he woke up until he went to sleep. He had so much energy. He loved to dance and sing. He is all of our hearts, all our love, and is everything to both of us. Meanwhile, detectives say the investigation into the child's death will continue, and they're urging people to refrain from sharing social media rumors as they piece this case together. We continue to urge people to avoid speculation on social media or sharing posts which could ultimately add to the family's distress, said Ronan Tyrer, Coventry Police. Our specialist officers are supporting his parents, and we cannot comprehend the grief they must feel. Our thoughts are with them. Florida Sheriff's Department has recommended a hate crimes enhancement after a 58-year-old man who allegedly attacked 3 teens at a gas station while shouting racial slurs at them. Richard Burnham, 58, has been charged with criminal mischief, causing $1,000 worth of damage, and 3 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon related to the incident at the Austin gas station in Louisa County. Volusia County. Volusia. It's Volusia. 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 Volusia? I think it's Volusia County. Volusia. Yeah. The Volusia County Sheriff's Office said. The 3 teens, 17 to 18, were getting gas when they said Burnham got hostile and aggressive. The victims told police Burnham went into the gas station and grabbed a pipe from his truck, and when he came back outside, he used the pipe to hit their car. He dented the passenger side doors and he broke one of the windows. And here, let's see here. The teens drove off, but Burnham reportedly followed them for 2 miles before he gave up. The victims gave investigators detailed descriptions of Burnham and his truck and trailer. Deputies and surveillance video showed Burnham buying beer at about the time of the attack. Later in the day, the deputies found Burnham, who told them the teens shot him with an airsoft gun and made threats. Investigators, however, said they found no such gun with the teens and that Burnham's story had several discrepancies. He was booked into the Volusia County Jail and released on a $40,000 bond. That's great. Now, you don't know anything about this picture. I mean, you could try to imagine the story if you don't know what this is about. But this is an Alabama man who was arrested in 2019 for allegedly giving his pet squirrel methamphetamine to make it more aggressive. He had his trial delayed on Monday as he faces new charges. Mickey Polk's trial was continued until late February because his attorney wasn't in court. At the time of his June 2019 arrest on gun and drug charges, cops reportedly found a squirrel under the influence of meth, trained to attack visitors. At the time, Polk was charged with possession of a wild animal. However, he was arrested again on December 23, 2021 for chemical endangerment of a child, trafficking methamphetamine, and weapons offenses. On social media, Polk talked about having the squirrel since it was young and how he trained it to respond to his whistle. Before his 2019 arrest, he posted a video to Facebook in which he denied claims that he gave his squirrel meth to keep it aggressive, leading the Alabama Game and Fish Division of the Department of Conservation to charge him with having a wild animal as a pet. The squirrel was eventually released into the wild, with Limestone County Police noting there was no safe way to test the squirrel for meth. Polk released a video a day after the 2019 drug bust with a squirrel he claimed was the one the cops had released. He went on to reiterate that he never gave a squirrel meth. The public isn't in danger from the methed out squirrel in the neighborhood, Polk said. He's not on meth, I'm pretty sure. Better not find out he's on meth anyway. I don't think he likes that shite. What? Okay. Harmony Montgomery, they have photos now that show her at a younger age. She hasn't been seen since 2019, but wasn't reported missing until December 2021. She was last seen with her father, Adam Montgomery, who was arrested in January on assault, interference with custody, and endangering the welfare of a child. Investigators have been unable to locate Harmony. She's described as standing 4 feet tall, weighing 50 pounds. She has blonde hair, blue eyes. She is blind in her right eye and should be wearing glasses. A $144,000 reward for information on Harmony's whereabouts is being offered. Anyone with information, contact 603-203-6060. Popular Maryland high school teacher died in a classroom when she was working late on Wednesday night. Cheryl Mitchell was found dead in a classroom on Wednesday, discovered by a passerby who alerted authorities to an unresponsive person. She was a social studies teacher at the High Point High School in Beltsville, Maryland, and she was beloved by her students. She was a dedicated teacher invested in the lives of the school community, always wanted to make sure that there was a great deal of balance on equality and inclusion, said Principal Dr. Lori Taylor in a statement. Mitchell is believed to have died from natural causes. Today we lost an amazing teacher, says Jessie Ballard, head of the High Point Social Studies Department. She was one of the teachers that connected with students through her love for learning. Authorities have not yet commented on the teacher's cause of death or any previous health conditions. There's no indication of foul play. On Wednesday, a 14-year-old Utah boy was charged with murder for a shooting earlier this month that killed 2 classmates and left a third seriously injured. The Hunter High School student, who has not been publicly identified, was charged in juvenile court on on January 13th, shooting that killed Paul Tahi, 15, and Tavani Lopati, 14. The shooting, which happened near the high school, occurred after 2 groups of students got into an argument that turned physical. The suspect told the West Valley police that he and his friends were being harassed by the other group. Another student confirmed that for more than a year now that they were involved in a dispute with the other group, which included the 3 shooting victims. A day before the shooting, a boy claimed the other group, including the victim, said he would be beaten up if he came to school the next day. The boy allegedly took a 9mm gun to school the following day. The cops later found that gun in a ditch, but it's unclear whether the weapon was fired. There was no round in the chamber, despite the gun being loaded. A passerby reportedly broke up the initial altercation on January 13th. I'm really doing good today. However, when the shooting suspect and his friends walked away, the other group allegedly followed them and jumped them. A 14-year-old said he then fired a gun into the crowd, and he admitted to throwing a weapon, a .40 caliber gun, over a fence while fleeing. The West Valley police reportedly recovered that gun, and the teen claimed that the teen claimed he threw over the fence. It's unclear how the teen got possession of that gun, but it traced back to a legal sale in West Valley in 2013. Tahi Lopati and the surviving victim, Ephraim Asiata, 15, are football players at Hunter High School. A family spokesperson said on Sunday that Asiata is no longer in intensive care but will remain hospitalized for several more weeks. Public Information Officer Roxanne Venuku said that the January 13th incident involved students from multiple high schools. 3 other teens were originally detained in connection with the shooting, but they were released after questioning. In addition to murder charges, the 14-year-old is charged with felony discharge of a firearm, obstructing justice, possession of a weapon on school premises, and possession of a handgun by a minor. Prosecutors have said they want the suspect to be tried as an adult. On Wednesday, a judge denied the teen's request for release. He is due back into court on March 3rd. Okay, so that's all we're going to do on that, because I don't know how much longer I'm going to last. Okay. I'm tired. Okay. Plus, we got our, all-day thing tomorrow. It's not going to be easy. I'm going to tell you that much. It's not going to be easy. All right. It's not going to be easy. All right, so what should we do? Should we do this? So here is a Gmail chat. Did we go through? No, we didn't do. Oh, this is from Travis and Jodi. From Travis to Jodi. So it's Jodi. Okay. Travis says, I don't want bullshiz that neither one of us believe. Just call me and tell me. I want to hear it because I feel it will be the first pure truth you've ever told me. Pure. Jodi. This is difficult. It will only piss you off even more. Travis. Why? Jodi. Because sometimes the truths suck. Jodi. S. Travis. Call. Jodi. Call you? Travis. Yes. And tell me. Jodi. Right now? Travis. Yes. Jodi. Deal. Travis. But say it right. Right. Hello. Jodi. Jodi. I'm here. Travis. Right? Jodi. Right. Travis. So let's woo it with the bullshiz. Jodi. Okay. Travis. All of that talk has happened many times and has never changed anything. So let's quit with it. You're not sorry. I'm okay with that. If you admit it, it would be liberating to you. Liberating, right? 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 Am I talking to myself? Jodi. No. Travis. Why can't you respond? Jodi. You're not talking to yourself. Travis. What is taking you so long? Jodi. I'm reading what you messaged me on Facebook. I didn't know you were chatting with me there. Travis. Oh well. So are we clear? Jodi. Yes. Travis. So tell me the truth. Tell me that you are not sorry. Jodi, I can't just say it as a blanket statement like that. It's too convoluted. It's not black and white. Travis, and be specific. Okay? Well, say it with details, okay? So, what's your point? Jodi, my point is that all of the things you said when you were playing the tough Travis is true. Travis, I know they are. So there really is no point in me continuing to breathe, and that's not a poor me cry for sympathy. That's Jodi. Travis, we've been over this, right? Might as well give it up. Okay? Jodi, okay. Travis, so are we done with all the pretenses? No more faking stories? No more faking like I'm through with you? Sorry? My hours aren't working? Jodi, Travis, in the most non-pretentious way, you are like an angel that gets snared by my evil influences, but I too am like an angel that gets ensnared by evil influences, and along I come, looking like an angel, speaking sweetly, acting nicely, pleasing you in ways you had only fantasized, and of course it's easy to get caught up in that. Travis, well, it will save us a lot of time and energy. You're not sorry, so quit apologizing, and that way I can quit forgiving. Deal? Jodi, okay. I just don't want you to be miserable anymore. Travis, you don't care, Jodi. Jodi, I only contribute to the misery factor in your life. Travis, just stop. It's okay. I serve a purpose of yours. Whatever it is, that's fine. Jodi, then what do you want me to say? Whatever the purpose is, I don't understand it. I've tried to figure it out. It's not marriage. It's not sex. Travis, I thought I might break away this time, but you knew I couldn't. Jodi, I've proven that it's not friendship. Violated that one plenty of times. Travis, you know one call and you'd reel me in. You don't care, Jodi. Just say this. I'm not sorry. Jodi, I don't ever dare to hope for that at this point. Travis, and I'll be okay with it. Jodi, okay, maybe a spark of a dare. Travis, I'm not sorry, it's friendship. It is what it is. No reason to label it. Let's just quit it with all this. If you want to sneak around, just tell me what you want and I'll give it to you. You'll get it anyway. Then I'll yell and then I'll forgive. Why go through this all the time? It was the email and everything, as true as it was my way of getting you closer, because I'm addicted. You are ruining my life, but I'm addicted. So that's fine. Ruin it. But let's not hide behind the facade. Just do what you intend to do. I am going to quit acting tough. You know it's my own facade. Anyway, so I'll quit with mine. Now you quit with yours. Jodi, honestly, aside from what I wanted to say, it was me that wanted to hear your voice just once. It's a little fix. You're not the only one who's addicted. Travis, well, let's just ruin each other's lives then. Travis, I don't care anymore. If you want my freaking passwords, just ask. Because I'm horrible. Whatever you may have found, it wasn't bad enough to deter you from whatever your purpose is, so who freaking cares? I'm just tired of all this. It's killing me. Seriously, I can't stand it. I can't keep up with this cycle. So let's just cut out the act. So it's out. Let's just quit with this pretense. I've tried to stay away this time. Jodi, no, I don't want to hurt you anymore. Bless you for your forgiveness, but you deserve better and I don't deserve you. Travis, but you called and you made sure I heard your voice. You knew that would be enough. Not how many infractions. It's obvious by anyone's reason that I should have never had anything to do with you. You'll just kill me every time, and I keep taking you back. I have come to terms with it. I am impartial, addicted to you. The positives, if all you were is positive, or your good face that is, in fact, an act. I'm addicted to it, but it's bullshit. Well, this is Jodi. Well, there aren't any positives right now, so you won't be addicted much longer. Travis, yes, I'm addicted to it, and you know it will take you back, and always know. You know I'll get pissed, but I'll take you back. You know it's just equal the drama. If you just equal the drama with my anger, I'll take you back. Travis says, and that's why you don't hesitate to keep on ruining me. Jodi, I wish I were better, Travis, because you know you can. You know you will get away with it. You know it. I don't want to. Jodi, says, I don't want to. Travis says, okay, Jodi, you win. I'm addicted. I know how this is going to unfold already. I'm going to forgive you and you're going to do it again. I know that. And I am going to forgive you and you're going to do it again. I know that. Why can't you reward me for trusting in you over and over? Jodi, because there's no excuse for me to be alive. Travis, I want a real answer. Jodi, I don't deserve any rewards. Travis, you don't. I want a real answer. I don't have an answer, says Jodi. I really am awful. Can't you agree that that's the truest thing I've typed so far? Travis, please, Jodi. Why? What is your reasoning? Why did you try to cover up after I told you I knew? Why do you always lie? This isn't fair to me. Please, don't you see the pattern? You do something to make the sane person shun you. What do I do? What do I do? I forgive you. I lash you and forgive. Then you do it again. I talk tough and forgive. You do it again. I talk tough and still forgive. And this has happened about 30 times, and that's how many times you've been caught. Jodi says, just because I'm not whoring around doesn't mean that I wouldn't act any different. I need to keep myself out of the situation. Okay. Jodi, which of course isn't a problem. Travis, so have messed up around with anyone else. Jodi, you're the last person I've ever been intimate with. Travis, not you'd like to be with someone else, wouldn't you? But Jodi says, my sex drive is gone. Travis says, I doubt that. She says, I haven't diddled myself once since I moved here, except for the times when you were on the phone with me and we did it together. Travis, well, it didn't seem to be a problem on the phone. Jodi, of course not. That's the effect you have on me. No one else can do that. Absolute kryptonite. I don't want to be a whore. I can joke that if being a whore for Travis is wrong, then I don't want to be right. But this isn't the time for jokes. I've been a bad influence. Travis, like I said, I'm not mad about that. Jodi, I know, Travis. Travis, why did you get in my Facebook? After all of these times I've forgiven you. Jodi, because I suck. The sexual part for me was an unevolved way of getting you, of trying to be more loved. I knew you weren't in love with me. I knew you cared, but that wasn't the kind of love. So when we made love, I was actually able to convince myself, yes, lie to myself. It really felt for that space of time that it was something bigger and better. But that's the intoxication felt from sex, and you made it so good. You became another person. It's like you really worshipped me. I felt so loved when you did that. It became absolutely addicting. But you weren't just a piece of meat. Either way, this doesn't speak for the way I've treated you outside the bedroom. Travis, no, I'll admit you were noble in the sack, but it's because it served you to be. Jodi, I know the better I was, the more you wanted me. The more you wanted me, the more we got to be together. I was a whore for you because I was a whore for the feeling. I was a whore in general, and I still am. Travis, and you like being a whore. Unless you could get something sexual from me, but outside of that, nothing else is worth anything to you. And how do I know? Because your actions speak it loud and clear, and you have nothing to say in reply. Jodi, everything I feel to say wouldn't hold an ounce of weight with you, but what I was going to say is this. So I guess that means that at the core I'm not sorry, but I struggle with guilt and regret over it. Travis, you're not sorry for invading my privacy either, but at least I know where my value to you is, and it's not much more than that. I was a source of pleasure, that's it, nothing else. At the core, I don't think you care if I live or die. I really don't. The pain you have caused is worse than death at times. I thought you were something that you were not. You scammed me. And you knew you were scamming me. I think you would choose a dollar bill over my life. It's the other stuff, the blatant lies that I have a problem with. You're not sorry. You know you're not sorry. So why do you say sorry? You know you're not sorry. If it was there, if I was there, you'd prove how not sorry you are. So let's just leave it at that. Jodi, if you were here, I don't know, but you're not here, and I'm not there, and we're not behaving ourselves. Jodi, I get so caught up in wanting to do the right thing, and then when you come around, I want to do the different version of the right thing, and it may be a two-way street, but never mind, we shouldn't even be discussing this. I don't know what else to say. Travis, say you're not sorry for it. Part of me is glad, this is Jodi, that we did it. Is it wrong to feel that way? Don't answer. Travis, I don't know. Jodi, it is. Travis, but you're not sorry. I know you're not. Jodi, it is a struggle inside of me. I want to take the high road, but the selfish part of me wants to take you. And if you were here and the opportunity presented itself, then I most likely would. Travis, I think you are just demented and somehow thought taking from me somehow could benefit you. Speaking of taking, Jodi says, Travis says, I think I was a little more than a dildo with a heartbeat to you. Jodi says, I would have been content just cuddling, but I wasn't strong enough. Anyway, again, I'm so sorry for that. I was way overcome. Travis says, no, you're not. Jodi says, it was wrong. Travis says, I know you're not. I ask you not to lie. You are not sorry. You're not. I don't ask that you be sorry. I ask you don't lie. You're not sorry, and I don't care. I'm okay with you not being sorry about that. It's me too. Jodi, yeah, it was more me. Travis, I should have been better. No, Jodi says, I should have been better. Travis says, then why? Why did you try to ruin me? Travis says, why? Just tell me why. You aren't who you say you are, so tell me why. Even if now you only talk, but your actions show that you hate me, even right now. She says, I don't know what you mean by ruin you. I would never deliberately set out to do that. I was bitter, yes, but I tried to be a big girl in many other ways by lending you my few $100s when your refi depended on it, by giving you a membership that would have taken me out of chargebacks, by devoting time to pushing through those last few counters at the last hours of the month so you would qualify. It was an endless struggle. I was resentful for other things, but I've always wanted you to succeed. I have deliberately set out to try, and I haven't deliberately set out and tried to ruin you. I am so sorry for what I've done. Those nice things listed above don't even begin to add up. Counterbalance the horrible things I've done. It should have been difficult. It's my fault. I am 100% responsible for this. Travis, you did those things to reel me in. It was about you. Why did you manipulate me into loving you? Why me? I was a good guy. Why did you have to do that to me? Why do you hate me? What was your objective? She says, there have been times when you've screamed into the phone so loud at me that the speaker was distorted and then you hung up. The pain was so sharp and so deep that I just couldn't process it. I could only scream in response in the air, and I would scream at the top of my lungs until my throat was raw. I hate you, until I had no energy left to say it, and it had whittled down to a whimp. I hate you, and then just sobbed and cried until I couldn't breathe. But you know what? I deserved all that. Every angry phone call, every unpleasant word. Travis, what was the point? Jodi, doesn't compare to what I put you through. It doesn't begin to measure up. I've done you more wrong than it's apparent without even keeping score. Travis, you only showed you hated me, never loved, only hate. Your words were lies. I did try, but I didn't try hard enough. Your actions were truths. No, you didn't try. What you did to me wasn't trying to love. It was succeeding to hate. Can't you just tell the truth, please? Just because you're so, she says, I just became so resentful. It was also selfish, an act to try to protect myself from the pain, but it didn't work. I didn't want to hurt you either. I'm so sorry. Travis, so many times I have stared you in the eye and said, if you ever had any love for me, you'll tell me. Right, you'll tell me the truth right now, and you'd look me straight in the eyes and lie. And I knew it. Jodi, if it was unconditional love, it would have never hurt you. I'm just not worth it. I'm not. You have so many bright and wonderful things on the horizon. Travis, I know that. I want you to admit that your actions prove you hate me. Tell me the truth. I hate you. Say it. I want the truth just once, and then tell me why you hate me and you have a desire to ruin my life. Why do you only try to harm me? I am sacrificed so much for you. I have taken so much heat for you and defended the lies you told me with the lies you told others. I'm sorry, Travis, Jodi says. Travis says, I gave you anything I could. I sacrificed everything I could, and you just tried to murder me from the inside out. That's crazy, isn't it? How could you? Jodi, it wasn't really my intention to harm you. Please understand that. Travis, you're so concerned with how many tears I've cried. You don't know what horror you have caused me. You cannot conceive. You have not felt as much pain in my life as what you have done repeatedly caused me with your lies and your invasions and your psycho shite, everything you subjected me to. You have made me want to die on countless occasions. You have hurt me so bad over and over. And how do you repay me for forgiving you by doing the same thing? Couldn't you even try to love me? You never saw me as a valued piece of shite until I was serving some purpose to you. And then Travis says, I am less than nothing to you. Jodi says, I really did love you, but I let it get so distorted. I'm so sorry. I have no excuse. None. Travis says, say the truth. Jodi says, I just wish you weren't hurting right now. Travis says, I am shit to you. It would be the first true thing you've ever said to me. Jodi says, I just wish you were to me. I try to tell myself every day that you mean nothing, and every time a feeling starts to creep back and I suppress it, and I tell myself you are worthless to me. I'm so sorry. I really am. You deserve so much more than all the crap that's been given to you. You deserve a wealth that is beyond this world, and I deserve a pile of shit for what I've done to my friend. And if you do want to try over, you only try to harm me, Travis says. And I don't, and then Jodi says, I don't want to care about you. Travis says, don't care. Travis says, you don't care. I don't want, and then Jodi says, I don't want to care about you at all. Travis says, just be honest. She says, if I didn't care, I wouldn't hurt, and you wouldn't have gotten hurt. Travis says, just quit lying. Quit. Can you quit? All you have ever done is lies. You only have told partial truths to cover up your lies. Don't you see? You are why your life sucks. It's your lies. Just tell the truth. Write something, you stupid idiot. Wow. Jodi says, I may be a liar. I may be a whore. I may be evil. I may be a coward. I may be not worth the air that I breathe. I may be the most horrible person you have ever had the misfortune of knowing. But one thing I am not is violent. I did not and would not ever slash your tires. Travis says, wow, wow, wow. You are something else. You are comical. Jodi says, nor did I have anything to do with that. I didn't, and I wouldn't. Travis says, you are a laughingstock. After all I have done, how could you be the way you've been to me? How? I want an answer. Now. Jodi says, I don't have an answer. I don't know. I hurt too. Let me tell you your way. I guess maybe it was just my way of trying to renounce you. Travis says, because you only care about Jodi. Jodi says, I acted immature. I acted stupid. Travis says, you don't care about me. Jodi says, I shouldn't have gone in that way. Travis says, that's why. Jodi says, why can't I really say it though? I agree. Travis says, you can tell the truth. Tell it once. You slashed the effing tires. You did. I know you did. You're a liar. I don't care either. Don't you see your lies are why your life is worthless? It will always be that way until you tell the truth. You have got to learn. Can you learn? If not, you are taking up people's air. You're freaking pathetic. This is what took you so long to write? Jodi says, well, it would have been done sooner, but I was watching you type. Travis says, you said we, almost gone. We're almost done, and you lied again. Travis said, you are worthless, you are a shite. Can't you tell the truth? It is impossible, seriously, it's impossible. I love someone that never existed. What I thought was real never existed. Finish your utterly worthless email. Where is it? You said it was almost done. Can't you tell the truth? I don't know. I know how you got into my computer and erased a letter I sent to Lisa. I know you did. Jodi, what? No. Travis, shut up, shut up. I don't want any more lies. You stole my journals. You slashed my tires, and I know it. Why continue lying? Don't you ever want to tell the truth? Ever? You never have. Is there any desire? Any. I can't send the email at all. Why not? Biatch, I have waited. It's not letting me put in your address in the recipient bar, and now you tell me no. Copy it. Freaking convenient. Did you ever even write one? Okay, I figured it out. That is your email. Who freaking cares about you? Jodi, I'm a full-time bartender now at a Mexican restaurant. Travis, you think I care about your sob story after what you've done to me? A bartender? Perfect. It's not a sob story. A slut's jock. B, maybe you can get tips for BJ's. Oh, I'm sure you can. You're good at that. Jodi, yeah, according to what you've said, I've had the care pay off in one shift with vacation money to spare. Maybe I could use you as a reference. Travis says, yeah, you're a three-hole wonder. You're good for something, and always have been. You have never given out the truth for truth's sake. You never have. How must it be to be solely a liar? Nothing else. To live a life identical to Satan, and you, after everything, sending some bullshit thing down the pipe as you log into my Facebook. You're a rotten lunatic. Jodi, what does that mean? Travis, can't you remember why you choose to take away my human rights after all I've done for you? Can't all the things I have to help you? Stop. You're taking away what belongs to me. How can you be such an ingrate? How many times can someone say one for service by stabbing them in the back? How do you live? How does a heartbeat in such a corrupted carcass? Your email obviously wasn't almost finished. Another lie. Do you know how to tell the truth? Are you even capable of it? Are you capable of it? Have you ever in your life, when you have had the temptation to lie, have you ever resisted it or told the truth even once? Of course not. Your parents must be proud. Jodi, they're not proud of me. They shouldn't be, Travis. Jodi, they didn't even come to watch me sing, even though the rest of my family did. Not that you care, but that's just to illustrate just how they're not proud. Travis, Miss High Class can't even get a job at a freaking dine. Even when you say you're telling the truth, you're lying. Even when you come clean, it's a partial version of the truth to serve your purpose. You have been doing nothing but a liar. You have been nothing but a liar since the beginning. You are evil. If it is gone because of you, send your piece of shite lie fest so I can mock it. We already know, based on the last emails you sent, that you invaded my privacy. That is bullshit. Look at this. I don't want to be like this, says Jodi. Travis, you are like this. Jodi, I know. Travis, like I said, I have never dealt with a more solid form of evil. Jodi, I don't know what to do. I am really sorry for everything. I know you don't want apologies. I don't know what to say. Travis, you're not sorry. What I want for you is to quit blatantly lying. We both know your actions that view me are pure shit. Jodi, can I just send the email? I'm almost finished. Travis, pure freaking shite. Jodi, no, Travis. Travis, your email is shite too. Jodi, one day it'll be clear. Travis, I hate you. Jodi, I've acted so wrong. Travis, do you realize that? I hate you so much. You have been more cause of pain than the death of my father. You are relentless in your torture of people that have loved you and protected you and served you. And what do? You try to destroy them. You are the lowest of the low. You are sick and evil. Knowing you makes me want to kill myself. Punishment. I'm so stupid. I don't even know if you're human. Hitler had more of a conscience. Jodi, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. If anyone should, it's me. You are a light into this world. I can't even compare. Travis, then you. Shut up. Just shut up. Jodi. Okay, you would say that anyone else would want to see for what it is. It's an Anchorman joke. I was just giving him a hard time for showing off and being a ham. You and I had a conversation about the Facebook pics and their content. I was just razzing him. Travis, no, you were flirting with him and you know better. It's Danny jokes. Maybe you are just on to the next D, and he is an easy target. His temperature is cold when it comes to that, Jodi said. Travis says, so you checked it then? What a freaking whore. You are too much. Maybe Kyle Kimbrell then. Jodi says, it's based off a vibe I got at the systems many months ago. I have tried a conversation with him and he was cordial, but never flirty or anything like that. Hold on a minute. I've got it. I want it. Oh my gosh. Sorry guys, hold on. I'm just trying. Okay. Okay. Jodi. His temperature is cold when it comes to that. Travis, so you've checked it then? What a freaking whore. You're too much. Maybe Kyle Kimbrell then? She says, it's based off a vibe I got at Systems many months ago. I've tried having a conversation with him and he was cordial, but never flirty or anything like that. Travis, I'm glad to see you're checking the vibe of Danny Jones. You must feel so classy. Yet you flirt anyways. Jodi, like you, I flirt because it's harmless. It means nothing, and there are no intentions behind it. Travis, don't freaking ignore me. Jodi, I'm emailing you. Travis, and don't send me some worthless email with all your bogus lies. You don't know how the hell to tell the truth. Jodi, okay, Travis, what do you want me to do? Travis, your words are worthless. And everything you throw at me, it's all an agenda to save your own arse. You just like that disgusting call today. Have you forgotten what it's like to be a human? Jodi, perhaps. Travis, have you forgotten that you're dealing with humans? Jodi, no. Travis, and by the way, your little comment to Danny Jones makes you look like a cheap whore. Okay, well, I am not able to, I am falling asleep. So, what I am going to do, because it's 3 o'clock in the morning, I am going to bed because we have knitting at 3 and I am absolutely exhausted. So I'm sorry. I know it's crazy and it's quick, but I'm sorry. I have to go to sleep. I cannot stay up. I can't do it. I have to go to bed. So I hope everybody is okay, and but we'll be back when the day is new. We'll be back in less than 12 hours. But it's been a long day. We had supposed to have a meeting today, and then we had another meeting today, and it's just been nuts. But anyway, love you guys. Take care. God bless. Goodbye.